Have you ever felt as if a woman could destroy you without saying a single word? Have you ever sat alone at night, wondering, why was she so sweet yesterday, yet today she's as cold as ice, making you question your own sanity? This is the most dangerous weapon men rarely recognize. An invisible weapon, a silent weapon, but its impact can be deadly. Picture this. You love her. You give her everything, your time, your energy, even your pride. Then suddenly she changes. No warning, no clear reason. Her smile turns thin, her words turn sharp, yet she delivers them as if she's innocent. You start asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Am I not enough? The truth is, the game has already begun. A game played in silence by many women, without you ever realizing. This is the hidden game they play, the silent weapon. And most men? They realize it far too late, when the price they must pay is the collapse of their mental strength, their confidence, even their very lives. This weapon doesn't need shouting. It doesn't need physical fights. Its arsenal is silence, subtle manipulation, and psychological warfare that robs men of their footing. Look around you. How many men appear strong on the outside, yet broken on the inside because of the woman they love? They can't explain the wound, because there's no blood, no scars. But the pain cuts deeper than any blow. Why? Because this silent weapon targets the most fragile part of a man, his pride. Let me reveal this secret slowly. First, this weapon often appears as the silent treatment. She doesn't speak. She pulls away. She makes you feel guilty even when you don't know what you did wrong. It's like poison dripping, drop by drop, into your mind until you lose direction. You'll do anything just to make her smile again. Without realizing it, you're already under her control. Second, this weapon shows up as suffocating silence. She's not openly angry. She doesn't scream. And that's exactly what makes it deadly. Her silence forces you to keep guessing. You're anxious, restless. You feel guilty for something you don't even understand. That mental exhaustion is the moment control shifts to her hands. Third, she uses tenderness as a mask. She can hold you warmly in one moment, then turn cold the next, as if you're a stranger. This confusion traps you in an endless emotional cycle. Like a kite, you soar high because of her hand, only to be yanked down suddenly by an invisible string. If you notice these signs, don't ignore them, because this is the beginning of your downfall. Many men dismiss it as just women's nature. She's just being sensitive. She just needs attention. But it's not that simple. This is psychological warfare. A weapon that, if left unchecked, will strip away your pride piece by piece. And don't be mistaken. This silent weapon isn't only used by manipulative women. Even good women, under certain conditions, may use it unconsciously. But the effect is the same. You break. You're confused. You feel guilty even though you're not the one at fault. Now, listen carefully, because I'm about to reveal a bitter truth few dare to say. This weapon works because men, by nature, crave validation from the women they love. Women know this. They know men will sacrifice anything for a smile, a hug, or just the words, "I'm proud of you." And when that validation is withdrawn, a man's world crumbles. This is the cruelest part of the game. She doesn't always love you. She loves the control she has over you. That control is her energy. The more unbalanced you become, the stronger she grows, while you grow weaker. This isn't about love. It's about power, disguised behind sweet smiles and enchanting eyes. Think of poison. Poison doesn't kill instantly. It works slowly, seeping into the body, leaving the victim unaware their life is being stolen piece by piece. The same goes for this silent weapon. It doesn't destroy you overnight. It wears you down, eroding your mind, until one day you wake up and realize, I'm no longer the man I used to be. Now, maybe you're asking yourself, am I a victim of this weapon? How can I know? Watch for the signs. If you often feel guilty without knowing why. If you sacrifice your dreams just to keep her happy. If you feel smaller, weaker, more afraid of losing, those are the signs you're already trapped. That's what makes it dangerous. Because many men know, deep down, but they refuse to admit it. They're afraid of being left. They'd rather break slowly than gather the courage to say, enough. And that's why so many men look strong on the outside, but are fragile inside. They become shadows of their former selves. But now, this secret has been exposed. You can't pretend you don't know anymore. You only have two choices: remain a victim, or rise, See the game for what it is. Take back control of your life. Don't let the silent weapon bind you. Don't let love turn into chains. A real man isn't one who bows to this silent game. A real man is one who dares to say no, who guards his pride, who walks away from the table once he realizes he's being played. Don't wait until it's too late, because every day you stay silent, the poison sinks deeper. Now is the time to choose. Stay trapped or reclaim your power. Choose now, because time never waits. Have you ever realized a woman doesn't need to scream to destroy a man? She doesn't need to raise her hand. She doesn't need harsh words. What she uses is far subtler, far quieter. And precisely because of that, the impact cuts far deeper. This is not just a game of love. This is psychological warfare. And that weapon is silence. Silence crafted on purpose. Silence that makes you question yourself. Silence that slowly robs your confidence until you become fragile without even realizing it. Picture this. A man comes home from work. He's exhausted, hoping for a warm hug, tender words. But what does he find? Silence. Emptiness. A cold face. No explanation, no reason. Just a silence that suffocates his chest. Night after night, he begins to question himself. What did I do wrong? Am I not working hard enough? Am I not good enough? When in reality, he's already trapped by the most lethal weapon, one almost invisible. This is the hidden danger men rarely discuss. Most men are busy fighting enemies outside, work challenges, financial pressures, social competition. But they forget. Often, the most dangerous enemy lives inside the home, in the relationship that was supposed to be their refuge. Why is this silent weapon so dangerous? Because it attacks the very foundation of a man, his pride. For a man, pride isn't just ego, it's identity. It's his source of strength. And when that pride is slowly eroded, a man loses direction. He loses motivation. He loses himself. Let me break down the stages of this game. First, the silent treatment phase. You know the term. Suddenly, she goes quiet. No communication. No explanation. She retreats into her mind, leaving you with unanswered questions. This is where the war begins. A man scrambles to figure it out. He tries to fix things. He lowers his head even if he did nothing wrong. And the harder he tries, the deeper he falls into the trap. Second, the emotional withdrawal phase. This is even more dangerous. It's not just silence, but emotional detachment. She can be there physically, yet her spirit is somewhere else. You talk, she gives you short answers. You try to get close, she pulls away. It makes you feel worthless. This is what's called psychological starvation. You crave affection, and eventually you'll do anything to get it back. Third, the love bombing versus coldness phase. Here's where the game turns cruel. She can make you feel like you're flying high with overflowing affection, then suddenly drop you into an icy pit. You become addicted, like a junkie craving the next hit. This is emotional addiction. And once a man is caught in this cycle, it's nearly impossible to escape. Do you see now how deadly this pattern is? It's not just female drama, it's strategy. Sometimes done consciously, sometimes not. But the result is the same. The man becomes a puppet on her strings. Now let's face the bitter truth. Many men deny it. They say, she just needs space. Maybe it's my fault. But in reality, this weapon works precisely because men refuse to confront the truth. They prefer denial over admitting they're being played, and that's where the poison lies. Poison doesn't kill instantly. It seeps in slowly, drop by drop, until you don't even realize you're no longer yourself. You've lost direction. You've lost strength. You've lost your pride. The signs are clear. If you start fearing to express yourself, if you feel guilty all the time without knowing why, if you sacrifice your dreams just to keep her smiling, that means you're already trapped. But let me remind you, not all women use this weapon with malicious intent. Sometimes they do it to protect themselves. Sometimes because of past trauma. Sometimes because of how they were raised. But still, the effect on men can be devastating. And now I must tell you the harshest truth. Listen closely. Many women don't truly love the man they choose. They love the control they have over him. That control makes them feel safe. That control makes them feel valued. And as long as you're under that control, You're not a partner. You're just a pawn in the game. Can you accept that reality? Can you see that what you thought was love might have been nothing but a power game? That is the peak of this silent weapon. It was never about love. It's about control. About who holds the power in the relationship. Imagine drinking a glass of water. Clear. Fresh. You don't know there's poison inside. You drink it slowly, every day. And one day, you collapse. That's exactly how this silent manipulation works. You don't realize you're swallowing poison until you can no longer stand. So what should you do? First, recognize the signs. Never underestimate the silent treatment. Don't normalize her coldness. That's a red flag. A signal the game has begun. Second, never surrender your pride. You can love. You can care. But never let love turn into chains. Because once you lose yourself, you lose everything. Third, dare to say no. Dare to fight the game. Dare to walk away before it's too late. Remember, a real man isn't one who bows for love. A real man is one who guards his dignity even when love becomes a weapon. I know, it's not easy. Many men fear being left. Many men prefer to wither slowly rather than face loneliness. But hear me, temporary loneliness is far better than a lifetime trapped in a cruel game. Now let me ask you directly. Are you living in a healthy relationship or just in an illusion? Does she truly love you? Or does she only love the control she has over you? If you're still unsure, look in the mirror. Do you still see the confident man you once were? Or just a weak shadow, terrified of losing? If it's the latter, then you know the poison has already taken hold. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't let yourself be destroyed piece by piece. Now is the time to rise. Take back control. Take back your pride. Hear these last words carefully, because this is the essence of everything. Women may have the silent weapon, but it only works if you allow it. If you refuse to bow, if you guard your pride, the weapon loses its power. You have only two choices: remain a victim or rise as a man who understands the game. Choose now, because time never waits.